Anyway, it's louisity again, and I want to do some sort of a discussion video. So, yeah, I've just thought about this, pondered on different things, but before I begin, I am currently in a different kind of setup because we are currently in quarantine, and there's kind of a lot of folks here in our home. So I felt like maybe changing it up a bit and doing this kind of setup. So if you folks are actually digging this one better, feel free to comment down in the comments section. Okay? So the discussion video that I like to, I just want to share these thoughts because every now and then I would watch videos about books that I read and how, folks talk about their reading tastes. Now, this is just my perspective. This is not coming from a place of hate. I just want to kind of share my insights about this. Now, I'd like to begin by talking about, sometimes there are just books that people do not like just because they could be wordy, or they felt like there were just so many things that were in there. And there are times, of course, maybe it's because of the writing style itself doesn't appeal to other folks. And at the same time, it could be because of cultural influences, sociological. I'm not just talking about if you are a certain nationality or a certain race, but maybe it's because of the environment that you're exposed to. Now, just for me to elaborate, I'm going to give you an example. It would have to be Crazy Rich Asians. Some of the feedback that I have watched pertain to what made them not like about the book is that it was too descriptive, and those things about the rich people didn't feel it didn't kind of make them connect with it. That's usually the feedback that I would hear, and I myself would say why I would not like a book or I would not enjoy a book. It's because I just couldn't connect with it, or folks just couldn't connect with it. And to me, when I was reading Crazy Rich Asians, I don't say that I'm filthy rich. Hell no, I'm not. But I grew up in a place, in a society, or rather in school, with a lot of people that can't afford a lot of things. And although that setting was set in Singapore, I live in the Philippines. I'm in a Southeast Asian country, and we have Filipino Chinese people here that are, of course, part of the more elite ones. So I was able to kind of picture what it's what's for them to have that sort of lifestyle. I know for some people it might kind of have a disconnect, and it's more of having that awareness. I think with almost every story that you're in, especially if you're reading for the sake of pleasure, it's you kind of don't want to squeeze too much because you're reading out of pleasure, unless of course if you're reading pleasure because you want to have fun. But in that case, if it's you have no idea, sometimes there can be a disconnect between you and the story and the narrative. So that's why it might not make you enjoy that much. Now, I guess it's just a part of it why sometimes we, as much as we would like to appreciate something, if we are coming into it not really knowing anything about the setting, or if it's something that we have experienced before, which we kind of not, how do you say this? There's this sort of subconscious part wherein we don't want to explore more, if that makes any sense. Because it's there are times when we're in the mood to explore more of the world, we want to know more about other things, but if that's not something that we kind of prepared for, have that mindset, then that can create a disconnect, that can create a way that you may be disengaged with the way the narrative is being portrayed. Now, when it goes to my next part, which is mindset, mindset. There are times wherein I would hear certain reviews about they're not able to enjoy it because of their age. Probably they might have enjoyed it when they were younger, or before they would enjoy a book when they were younger, and now when they reread it again, a few years later, they suddenly have this disconnect, or they do not enjoy it as much, and some folks would say if it weren't for the nostalgia, they probably wouldn't have liked it or held on to a book. And to me, I think it's more of a mindset because there are times when I would read middle grade books or books that are catered or quote unquote targeted to younger audiences, and I read them when I was already like in the 20s, and I still enjoy them. Percy Jackson and the Olympians happens to be one of them. I read them when I was already 20, and I read Sea of Monsters when I was already 21, and of course and also Titan's Curse when I was 21, and of course the last two when I was a lot older, and I still enjoyed them. And I don't think it plays because of my age. Maybe it's just I had this sort of mindset of like enjoying it, the book itself is just enjoyable to devour. It was fun. I would read Diary of a Wimpy Kid and I would still have fun with it. I think it's just, and there's nothing really wrong if you don't have like that mindset of enjoying something, if that makes any sense. We all have it's a mindset, like I said, it's what we have sort of thought about, in ours, or have construed whether consciously, subconsciously, or unconsciously, and what I realized by watching these videos about certain reviews of, folks not appreciating a book because they could have been catered to a younger audience, or maybe if it's because of age, is that to me as a reader, I felt like, instead of me changing or deducting, genres or things that I appreciate, it's like I get to appreciate more. Now, if you folks have already watched my video about my reading journey, you folks know the books that I read and how it was like what was my reading journey like, and what I've read for certain time periods of my life. And I've read general fiction when I started getting back into reading again in college, and then when I started, work, when I was about to work, I enjoyed reading Working for Alaska. I would still enjoy, of course, adult fiction, and I would still enjoy middle grade, and I'm getting more into young adult more because I've been wanting to read more, but to probably influence me. And at the same time, I've always wanted anyway, kind of like wanted to read almost all the books in the world. If you folks check out my Goodreads list, you folks would know that I would love to read all of them. So I think it's all about, I guess I'm just really happy and grateful, with of course, the bookish social media, the bookish online community, the bookish online platforms, because it enabled me to discover more books, and as opposed to not deduct, I didn't deduct any of the things that I appreciate, but rather I appreciate more. It's like instead of reducing, I am adding more of books that I appreciate. So, yeah, feel free to comment down below your thoughts about reading tastes and what has been how's your reading journey like? Have your tastes really changed, or have you been adding more? And I think it's really great when you add more to your hall of fame of books. What are the books that you appreciate more? Yeah, so trying to think more. Anything else I'd like to say? I guess, I'm just appreciative, and like I said, the good thing about the bookish online community is that we are, not only I guess with BookTube, but also with other platforms, is that we are creating a breed of new bookish influencers. So, folks, I guess that's about it. If you folks like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, click that subscribe button and hit that little bell icon, so we're down there to keep yourselves posted about my videos. And I'll be linking down my social media handles and links, so feel free to check them out and follow me there as well. As always, thank you so much for watching. Let us continue seeking for wisdom and unleash the reader in you. Bye, y'all.